Yeah, party people, you know what it is. Your boy Hakeem Green, Channel Live and Direct. BDP. All day, every day. Sound check. 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear. Oh, that's a good. We in effect. This is your boy Hakeem Green, Channel Live and Direct. BDP. All day, every motherfucking day. All we do. About to light it up right now because we got a special show today. All about cannabis. All about the goodness. The good leaf, ladies and gentlemen. Saying our next guest is a groundbreaking cannabis enthusiast, pioneer, trailblazing the way. Trailblazing the motherfucking way. No doubt. But before we get into all that, what I want to do is play a little something so I can invite people to the building to make sure we have an audience to get this good information from the sister, Miss Oregon, from the great Northwest, ladies and gentlemen, up there in the Northwest corner of the United States of America, where they've been really keeping the cannabis game popping for decades with the goodness. For real. All right, so you know what it is. We'll put up a song. We're going to invite people to the Madism platform so they can catch some of this good information. And with that said, we're going to go with Took a Test. This is the new single from Hakeem Green, produced by Amin-Ra Lawrence. Got some cameos up in there. Let's see who you can catch in the joint. And with that said, boom!
No KRS-One said, Hawk, you want to get down with BDP? You got to take this test. You know what I mean? I was ready. Here go. Make some from nothing by uttering the word. Niggas don't get it? I must be stuttering from the herb. Y'all be cluttering in the burbs. Hovering with nerds. I'm trying to build shelter from the oncoming purge. Donald Trump is tripping. I'm trying to stave the surge. Do it for the bricks. With friends from Laughing Market merge. Get my brothers out the county. See the city reemerge. I'm trying to keep it straight. My people living on the curb. Motherfucker got to nerve. Must not have heard. I'm tired of the pimps pushing fees in the perbs. Fire with the bars, metaphors, and the verbs. I wanna see him go to college, not make him whores on the curb. So disturbed, so stay high as a bird. Niggas want this smoke, hit me up, you'll get served. I'm sick with technique, I'm ill with the maneuver. DJs want my effect like they were straight out the sewer. Talk, I'm a doer. Find me in the viewer. I'm so underground, just the Barbie in the sewer. I'm a grown man in this young world, I feel like I'm Rick the Ruler. I'm trying to get all these bars, but I'm not Robert Mueller. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. I'm DMC to quickly blaze them with a run. Pressure on y'all shrivel up, raising in the sun. I can blaze you with the gun, rather raise you like the one. In the hood y'all sweat it out, but I remain a champion. Smoky like the bear, bring fire to your camp. When I light up the air like wires in a lamp. Coke in your ear, hear the fire and get amp. I got that choke keeping near, always fire when I champ. My flow absolute style classic, got the proof. 0 to 100, know the ledge like the roof. Make them disappear out of thin air, they go poof. Facts come and go, Hakeem remains the truth. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. I drop jewels. Science, mathematics, language arts, social studies, lyrical gymnastics, style, charismatic, pragmatic with the sentence structure. Smile is aromatic, fanatic with the ism structure. Back to the subject, how I school MCs. I get checks off the blue cheese. UMCs, they used to call me powder, then I blew UNC. Taking y'all back to school like fools in truancy. I rock with the teacher like the board education. Fuck doc with the reefer, got a script for medication. Get A's for dedication on my way to graduation. Hand in hand like diplomas rolled up. Congratulations. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail.
Ha, you want to get down with BDP? You got to take this test, nigga.
Keep that. Yeah, that's how we doing it, ladies and gentlemen. That is called Took a Test by your man Hakeem Green off the Aubrey album, coming to you real soon. You know what I mean? And we have our special guest in the building, Miss Oregon. Hold on, what's going on my end? Why am I getting all
How
these
you
notices?
doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great right now. I'm getting... Let me do this. Boom. Okay, there we go. That shit in the notifications. How you doing, Miss Oregon?
I'm doing great.
Oh, you rolling?
Can you hear me
You
okay?
focus. Yeah, I can hear you. You focus.
I already rolled.
Hold
here in the video.
Hold that thought. Wait, I gotta get right. I got everything but fire. Hold on.
You gotta have that fire. Yeah. I'm lucky. One of my hot girls gave me a lighter with her booty cheeks on it.
Uh-oh.
You see my lighter? It's one of my girls. She had her own lighters. They bad.
Wow, that's dope. Marketing, branding, product placement. She's a walking marketing tool, right? Literally.
I love it.
Yeah, man. So we gonna get to Hotbox, but first of all, let's find out about Miss Oregon. Let's talk about who you are, and what got you into cannabis and why you felt it necessary to expand our role as people of color, and for women. Why is it so important for you as a woman to help expand the cannabis culture and industry? Ms. Oregon.
Man, so why I got into the cannabis industry is because I deserve to be in it. And I felt like in my city, in Portland, Oregon, in Oregon, period, we're 2% African-American. So there's not very many of us here. And as a lot of people know, we're some of the leaders in the cannabis industry, which means it's a lot of movement going on here in cannabis, but it's not involving the people who are actually impacted in the war on drugs. And because of my own personal background story that I'm not going to get into, my household, we was definitely people who were impacted in the war on drugs. And so I wanted to make sure that the real people from the streets that's been through things, been in jail because of it, had a pathway in to be able to be an actual moving part of the industry, not just to attend other people's events, but learn how to start their businesses, come up with creative niche ideas on how they can come in using the skills they already have, all those things. And then, yeah, every time I would go to cannabis events out here, is all white people. So I was like, I want to throw something for our people. Yeah. I leave their events with all kind of weed. I'm leaving with stuff.
Right.
And I was like, we don't have that for our community where I can just, like at my parties, I kind of be feeling like the Oprah of weed. Like I give out, everybody know they come to my shit. I'm going to give them, like, I'll be giving out a lot.
Well, let's start from the beginning though, without giving too many details about your experience with law enforcement. Let's start from the beginning. Like, what got you involved in smoking weed or, involved in the cannabis culture?
I will say this about law enforcement. There's a false article out right now that actually says like that I went to jail. I've actually never been to jail for anything cannabis related or anything like that. And so Yeah, I don't have any real law enforcement background stories. I've been pretty lucky being over here in Oregon. We didn't really get in trouble for weed or things like that. We never had to go through that, like how they did in New York, like how people was really going to jail.
Yeah.
Out here growing up, if you got caught with weed, the officers make you step on it. Like they'll
That's
make you
it.
dump it out in a mud puddle and step on it or something. Like no one ever got in trouble that I know for just the small amounts of weed we would have on us. You know what I'm saying?
Oregon is, for people who know weed and, being from New York, most of our good weed was trafficked in, and if you got lucky, it came from Oregon. Usually California, of course, got the best, Humboldt County, all that stuff up there, when you get up to, Washington, Portland, it gets really, really good. I don't know if it's the soil. Is it the soil? It gets cold. It gets cold up there, so it's not like it's tropical, but it's something about the soil that produces that real bomb shit.
The environment in total. But going back to the beginning on how it all started, really was with the parties. I went to a lot of events out here in the city, and I just noticed a lack of people of color. I was always the only Black girl, and I just decided to, then the more people would see me, the more those white businesses wanted to use my face to make it seem like their events were diverse. And I noticed people wishing they could tokenize on me. And I just am somebody who doesn't allow that. So what I don't know, I was like, I'm gonna start doing my own parties and use my own face. Like, why I'm gonna let somebody else use me instead of me using myself to be able to help people in my city. I'm not gonna let them use me to help people. I'm gonna just do it myself. You're not gonna use me to do it. And then I would go back to those same businesses that try to use me, hold them accountable for what they did, and then ask them to do better. And then I would allow them to be able to hire me so I can actually help them the right way make their businesses diverse by allowing me to throw a party for you so I can invite my friends and my audience and my people. And you know what I'm saying? Like, let us in. Like,
yeah. So what year would you say the first time you got introduced to cannabis? Not to
those
give
are two different questions almost, because like I started smoking at like 12, 13 years old.
Okay.
So the introduction of cannabis came earlier. The cannabis industry never introduced itself to me. I introduced myself to the cannabis industry.
Right. So growing up out there in Portland, Oregon, cannabis is pretty accessible. You don't really get in trouble for possessing it. Not really. So you kind of grow up and it's okay. It's not like it's not stigmatized as it is in other places, or as stigmatized as it is in other places.
Yeah, it's really crazy going other places and seeing how it is too.
Yeah, like I ain't trying to give away your
seeing
age.
People are scared of it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to give away your age, nothing like that. I'm just trying to give a reference point for our people who are not from Oregon to understand the culture and how it grew out across the rest of the nation. Because in Oregon, it's been legal there for how long? Or not, or decriminalized, or whatever.
2015, we have actually been recreational, where you can go to the store and buy weed at a dispensary. So that's when it became actually like recreational. But we were still doing medical before then. But for myself, I wiggled myself into the cannabis industry in 2018. And I did it by throwing events in my backyard. I was like one of the first people to actually throw vendor events in my city. And I started throwing them in the backyard. And there was, I would say, public vendor events. Because I got some homies that's been doing some vendor events here, like how y'all get down in New York, for years.
Yeah.
But they're not public.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's so underground. So
it's private.
Yeah. So I started just being like, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it to show off businesses on purpose. Like, I'm just going to blow people up. I was just like, I want to help people get exposure. And you can't help people get exposure if you hide them. So I was just like, I need you, whoever I'm messing with, to just be legit. Started messing with legit companies, or trying my hardest to help businesses become legit so I can show them off the right way.
And when you say legit, like, explain for our folks out there who they're not involved in the cannabis world like that, so they don't understand all the leaps and bounds that have taken place in the last few years. So when we say legit, like some of the products that you've been involved with, other brands, companies that you've helped to push, what they represent, you know, ancillary products that is not cannabis per se, but these other things?
Yeah, I work with a lot of businesses that are supporters for cannabis as well, that are not actually cannabis businesses. But my friends that are new cannabis businesses that may not be actually licensed or something like that yet, you know, linking them and helping them network with businesses that are, or helping them learn the legislative so that way they can know when to move. And the reason I say linking them with businesses that are is because there's a really dope thing called white labeling out, where even if you don't have the money for a cannabis license, there's a lot of businesses that want to work, especially with dealing with equity and giving back. They want to work with Black folks and Mexican folks to help them be able to create their own brands, and they allow you to do that under their licensing, which is pretty good for us. So, you know, being able to write good proposals and things like that, or know people who can be links that can change lives. And I like to make those links and connections if I'm not the person that can do it. At this time, I actually do have the means of being able to help people white label CBD products. So really, really good ones, good medicine, beautiful cannabis. Yeah, hemp and cannabis, same thing. Everybody gonna get that school teachings later. Right now, they separating it for the legislative, but it's the same plan.
Right. So, you know, when you talk about hemp, and I don't like the word marijuana, but you know, it is what it is. You know, cannabis, we prefer weed, cannabis, herbism, madism, of course, ism. But then when you go to the the medicinal side and you growing, you know, particular strains without the THC, you know, you just give folks some, you know, understanding of the different lanes that exist in this world. It's not all about getting high and THC and, you know, and what is CBD and
so you know, I'm actually really good you brought that up, because THC and what people think about it is just so wrong. So the THC is not what gives you the effects of your cannabis that you smoking. When you go to the weed man, or you go to the whoever's giving you your weed and you smell it, what you're smelling is the terpenes. What you tasting when you smoking it is the terpenes. And the effects that you get from that particular strain comes from the terpene profile. So the terps is where you're getting all that. Okay. THC gives you like a cloudy feeling, but there's no like direct effect. THC is definitely a big medicine though, and can help just like CBD. And CBD works best with a little THC in it. So if somebody really is like, I don't want to be high, I just want the medicine, learning it. A lot of times I feel like people have the stigma of the THC. That's why they don't want it. So learning that very small, minute amounts of THC mixed with larger amounts of CBD can like really go in and help people. But yeah, the THC is not the big factor. It's the terps. And the hemp products that I work with, which is East Fork Cultivars.
Say it one more time, please.
East Fork Cultivars. So I actually got blessed enough to be able to come into a position where they're allowing me to be able to help people white label through them for equity purposes, which is super dope. And so I'm putting together something right now with one of my business partners, a program to be able to help like a mass amount of people be able to create their own brands and start really fast with their own businesses for like super low money. And the reason that I want to help people start businesses, and I mean, I want to help people start businesses for like $500. And the reason I want to do that is because I come from a low income background. Again, that's the people that I'm here to inspire. I'm a single mom, and I use the cannabis industry to bring me and my family far away from poverty. And I think that anyone who wants in should. And like, so I just want to create something that's going to allow someone to be inspired or start something for themselves for a, you know, an amount of money that is more realistic for a low income family.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really dope. Can you do me a solid and put the name of the company you're working with in the comment so we could post it and people can see it? I know you said it, but I just want people to know exactly, you know, what you're talking about so they can support or get more information if need be. You see, or just spell it out to me so I could get.
Okay, because I was trying to find. I had to back out for the comments. I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay, cool. Yeah. Hey, big shout out to Fred October, Essence, Robert. Thanks for checking in. Aisha Blackwell. Salute. Thank you for checking in with Madism TV. Sitting on here with Miss Oregon, talking about her involvement in the cannabis industry and how important a conduit she's been for independent businesses, small businesses who are trying to get a leg up in the cannabis world. So this is a very, educational, informative conversation. And she's going to give us the name of the company that she's been working with or working through that's helped to allow her to help other people. So that's what we got going on right now for those who are just checking in with us. Yeah.
I'm right. And make sure go ahead and make sure everybody got time.
Yeah, I think I just gotta spit these bars and keep it going. Yeah,
keep
so
going.
yeah, so you got Portland doing your thing in Portland, but you seem to be moving this nationwide. Can you talk about some of the other locations that you're moving into, some of the other markets that you're touching down with through the? Let me get this right. Hold on for a second, y'all, because I do not have it off the top of my head.
The longest name in the world.
But it's dope though, because it says everything that needs to be said. It is the National Cannabis Diversity Awareness Convention, the NCDAC. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. One more time for the people in the back. The National Cannabis Diversity Awareness Convention. Y'all need to check in. Google. Get your Googles on and check in. Did you post? Because I don't see Nathan.
You said, did I? Oh, is it? It's in the private chat.
Oh, okay. I see it right there.
Is that not?
If you would like more info on white labeling, I'm just going to do just like this.
How do you? It says private chat. Is that not the right one? I don't have other options.
Yeah, we want the public joint.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got you.
I just have private and then I have comment.
Boom. There you go. If you would like more information on white labeling with East Fort Cultivator and We Grow LLC, please contact Miss Oregon directly for a catalog. Diversified.gmail.com.
I got a wholesale catalog. So what East Fork did was blessed me enough to be able to. I actually can get a little below wholesale pricing. So the people who go through me will be able to get lower pricing than what they'll even see online on their wholesale stuff. And
you're talking flour, or are you talking about a variety of things?
Flour.
Okay.
Yes, I can get hemp flour, and the hemp flour that they grow is super beautiful, and they have really good science behind the terpene profiles. So that means those effects, you think you're not gonna be high. There's certain effects. If you learn about terpenes, you can still find you some good hemp that doesn't have THC in it that can be uplifting, or that can help you sleep, or that can help you with your pain, or with nerves. If like some people are like, I don't like smoking cannabis because it makes me feel paranoid.
Paranoid, yeah.
It's not the weed plant itself that's making you paranoid. It's a terpene, most likely the pinene. And pinene is a terp that you can eliminate from the cannabis you choose to smoke. So you can find yourself having a completely different experience. And now that that science is out there, if you're shopping with people who have labs done on their weed out here in Portland, the dispensaries have labs. So they can, tell you which terpenes are in your cannabis that you're about to buy. So we still have a lot of bartenders saying,
Thank you. I've never known that. I knew what terpenes were in terms of the smell, the fragrance, the taste. I didn't know that that's what got you high. It's not so much the THC. The THC was just the cloudy effect. I never knew that.
So, and it's not necessarily the high, it's the effects that you are getting from the plant. So like I said, things that what's taking your pain away, what's making you paranoid, what's making you feel creative, what's making you feel sexy, what's making whatever that is that's going through your body, that comes from the terps, not just the THC. The THC just can hit your head.
So what's the creative terpene, if you don't mind me
Pining.
asking? Pine. See,
Pining.
that's
The same one that makes people paranoid.
Oh, that's crazy.
See, but this is the thing, like me personally, like you can learn what we call out here the trifecta. And and that's finding your favorite three terps together. So like for, and then knowing which strand has your favorite terp. So you can shop by strain, knowing the effects that you want to feel, right? So like I like pining, but I like it with a terpene linalool, which is considered, a lot of people consider it to be like the main terpene in an indica. And pinene is one of the main terpenes in a sativa plant, even though you can find both in both plants. So you can get an indica and it could be full of pinene. And then you'd be like, I thought indicas don't make you paranoid. Yeah, it's the same terps in both plants. It's a lie. All that sativa lifts you up, indica puts you down. It's a lie. You can't stereotype the weed, just like you can't stereotype Black people. Like, though, whatever you think about sativa, indica, like, you got to learn the terpene profile.
But depending on the strain will determine the level of.
Yeah. And you can look up now. You can look.
Uh-oh. She froze. Miss Oregon. Miss Oregon. Peace, Dave. Peace to the God. Peace to the God. Let me take her out and bring her back in. Yeah, y'all. So we on Madison TV. It's your boy Hakeem Green, channel live and direct. BDP all day, every day. All we do, spark Madism, having a conversation about the Madism with Miss Oregon from the great Northwest of America. Holding it down. Let me see. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. You back? You back?
I think.
Uh-oh. Pull. There you go.
It's the internet.
It's all good. We here.
It's the internet.
We here. So,
but yeah.
So the level of piney, even though it's in indica, you're saying that the levels are higher in sativa, or it doesn't really matter?
I think that people just associate pinene more with sativa, the sativa plant. But the only actual real difference between a sativa plant and indica plant is the way they're shaped. Indica plants are short and kind of chubby looking, and they got fat leaves, and sativa plants are tall and skinny. But they both can share the same terpene profiles, and they both can give you the same exact effects. So unless you know exactly which terps is in that particular strain, you can't guess how it's going to make you feel.
Wow.
You can buy a sativa and it can make you sleepy. And
Okay. Damn, that's knowledge. Salute. But now you're looking at doing conferences around the country now. It's not just about Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I definitely didn't build it for Portland at all.
No. Okay. So to talk about the national movement then.
So the National Cannabis Diversity Awareness Convention, it's been in Portland I started it in 2019, and we've done it 2 years in a row, and then we had to take a year off because COVID came. And then the next year we're going to be doing it in Atlanta. So the reason that we moving it though from Portland is because, again, like I was saying earlier, the population of African Americans that's here, the convention is created to help connect people of color into the industry. So I need to take the convention where people of color are at. So that way the plugs and connections can have a spot together that's for us type thing. There's definitely conventions out there, and some of them I've had a lot of fun at, and I plan on going to more people's conventions and supporting them. I just wanted to make something that really embodies the entertainment industry and gives the entertainment industry a home base to be able to come and show their support, because the entertainment industry has been stigmatized right along with Black folks and Latinx community in the cannabis industry. You're a horrible role model. They look down on hip hop artists for smoking cannabis. Now, white folks is health and wellness specialists, pillars of their community. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. So it's like I felt like we needed somewhere with a voice, and then I was hired to speak at a lot of big conventions, and say a ticket's $300. My mom one time didn't have money to get in, and these people who weren't wanting to pay me, I had to
didn't want to let your mom in either.
Bro, I had to make them give me tickets. So I had to make them give me tickets, and they gave me a code. And I'm not gonna lie, I gave that code out to so many people.
Word is bond. Yeah, man. Come on, man.
So I wanted to create something that people can afford to go to. You know what I'm saying? $300 for a ticket. You definitely have a target market at that point, and you're not trying to target the people who were affected by the war on drugs that deserve to be able to come and get the education that you over here serving up. You guys are out here teaching great things, but you're putting a ticket on there that's purposeful. That's, you know what I'm saying? As club promoters know all about raising the price on purpose.
Yeah,
age limit, all that stuff.
Exclusion. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's all about exclusion.
So yeah, I made the convention $30. And it's $50. We do have VIP stuff, but I wanted it to, our pre-sale ticket's $30, then it goes to 50. It's real cheap. It'll never go over $50. And so I just, yeah. We gotta keep
you got Atlanta, and I think you also said Massachusetts. Didn't you say another state in the north that you were going to? Or I was bugging.
New York. I'm coming for y'all next.
Yeah. Well, I'm in Florida actually.
Are you?
So yeah. So we got to do something down here as well. So we're gonna and I'm originally from New Jersey. That's where I'm from.
That's where I thought you were at.
Yeah, no. I had to get some sunshine in my life. The boy is high yellow, and I need I need some tanning going on. I try to stay in the sun, and and so I had some really severe injuries in my life. 1987, 1988, fractured hip, separated shoulder, torn ligaments in my left knee, 3 separate accidents all in 1 year. Right. I was a school teacher after that. It happened in college. I was a school teacher trying to get my chops up in the studio, trying to get my little demo thing together.
School teacher.
Yeah, before the music, before the weed, actually, right? So I caught on to smoking weed because of the culture, being in the culture. All my friends were smoking weed, part of the cipher. We rhyming, passing blood. But I've smoked so much weed in my life that it helped me deal with the pain of those injuries. So I didn't have rehab, and I kept re-injuring over and over and over again. And, not knowing cannabis was definitely a medication for me. Now I'm much, much better. I've rehabbed, things, but just still cannabis in terms of how it makes me feel and how it helps me recover. I use it medicinally for sure. It's more than just recreational. Like knowing that, damn, because I didn't do painkillers. There was no Tylenol and all that. I ain't extra strength, nothing. I'm going through trooping in pain all through the Channel Live years, performing on stage, tours around the world, back, hip. I'm on planes like this. It was crazy. But
trying to act normal.
Yeah, cannabis, I would say, helped me. I wasn't under a physician's, care, studying it, but just in terms of the level of pain I dealt with in my life, I couldn't have done it without cannabis. Yeah, man. So that's my story. Excuse me. Yeah, so we're looking at all the different states that are legalized right now, including Washington, D.C., New Jersey, New York, D.C., Florida, I think Maine or Vermont, one of those states up there is legal. I believe Rhode Island's legal. Of course, Oregon, Washington, California. Do you think that the Midwest will actually Illinois is legal?
Yeah, that's
Michigan is.
true.
I think Michigan is legal, right?
That I don't know if Michigan is legal. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
The one to me that I'm waiting to see if they're gonna actually jump on board, I've got low hopes for is Texas.
Texas. Yeah. It's gonna
I'm
be rough
wondering.
in
They got a lot of
Texas.
people. They got a lot of our people locked up still.
Yeah, they
You
do.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's one of the big. That's there's just when I just hate thinking about people that's locked up for what me and you is sitting here on the internet doing. Right, you got smoke in the background on your screen
Mm-hmm. Oh
for
yeah.
fun. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that's locked up for like this.
Yeah. Less than.
Looking out on their
That's it.
kids' life and stuff. And so like that state is the state I really hope pops on. I know Louisiana made a big move with letting people out of jail
Yeah.
for cannabis stuff. That was big.
That's
But
good.
like
And
seeing people get
that's
out of jail,
yeah.
man.
That's extremely surprising because I look at the Louisiana, Texas, states like that, very conservative, quote unquote Bible Belt, and the racism is on 10 all the time. It's
People
just
celebrating legal stuff so much they forgetting we got people still locked up. So like that's another reason why the diversity awareness is there to remember like why y'all we got to keep the awareness part there.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Until everybody out of jail.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's super unfair that, these people are out here moving billions of dollars,
Billions of dollars, and there's people
doing the
still locked up
same
for it. Yeah,
meager shit that people were doing on corners or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. It's just become so difficult because of the racism involved and the just that I know on the federal level they're talking about um, having a national program. They want to, but there's just so many, I guess, variables that play into it. It'll be a long
I
time
believe
before it happens.
the
What is
National
that?
Cannabis Party, the National Cannabis Party.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been studying on that a little bit?
No, come on, educate me, please.
So, I believe they actually got approved to be an actual party, like how there's Democrats and Republicans
Mm-hmm.
and things
Mm-hmm.
of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
I think like you can jump ship, or at least they're gonna have a place to be able to be a part of the making of policies and regulations on a federal level, because we do have to have educated people sitting at the table, because
Mm-hmm.
we've got super old folks who don't know nothing but the stigmas of cannabis making the decisions for our policies and regulations surrounding it at a federal level. And so making sure that medically educated people, doctors who support cannabis, you know what I'm saying? Different legislators who support cannabis, educators, scientists,
Yeah.
people like that who are in favor of cannabis need to be sitting at the table, so that when people say, oh, we don't want, like there was a rumor for a while, they were trying to regulate, and I believe it was Seattle, to make the cap on THC 10%. Like, it's like, why?
Why?
What is
Yeah.
the science behind that? Like, you guys don't even know what you're doing. You just think like people are going to be too high. Like, that's not
Mm-hmm.
how it works. Like this, so
Yeah. I tend to think that like not to it's crazy right there, but everything is such a money play, and the prison industrial complex is so much money that it's like people trying to figure out, okay, where do I get my cut? How much I'm talking about on that level of the game.
yeah, they got to figure out how to get niggas back that they letting out. All that stuff, they ain't.
Nah, man, that's that's free labor right there. And
People get paid. I didn't even realize that there was stock on like private prisons and stuff for like many years. Growing up, when I learned that like people are actual walking dollar signs, and that there's actual like these people have investors in private owned prisons. And when I've sat in some meetings that I've been previewed to and been the only Black person sitting there, I'm just like, what did he just say? Like he just told the crowd full of white people, I know you want to return on your investment, but investing in social justice is actually going to help as well. Because if we did like set a whole plan, and I'm just sitting here like,
Nice.
what am I really listening to? Like return on your investment? Is he talking about the prisoners? Like,
Yeah.
hold up. like he is like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So,
And you know, when brothers and sisters get locked up, right? You're the voting base is removed. So the body leaves the black community, goes upstate or whatever, wherever the white community is. Usually there's a whole community built around the prison in terms of the populations that live in those areas, work at the prison. That money goes into the local stores, the local economy in that neighborhood. That's how money circulates. That's how wealth is generated directly off of black and brown bodies who can't vote. However, that district that they're in gets to claim them in their population, which is how you get congressmen and congresswomen determined by the population. So you can't vote, but you sit in a prison here. Took away your vote from now. You have less voting power. We got more voting power. It's sick. We don't realize what the game is, but you know they definitely, you know, if we're gonna take a change cannabis laws, then there's a lot of they got to figure out who's getting the money. Where's the money going? Where's the taxes going?
that's what they working on. I know over here in my state, working on who's getting the money. A lot of it was going to the police, and people have worked really hard to remove that and get, as far as the cannabis dollars anyways, and get those dollars from cannabis redirected, because they were using, they was giving the money to the police was using the money to bust down the cannabis stores. Like they taking the weed people money and using it against them. It was like, nah, like you you just busting down operations. That was real crazy, but yeah. So there's lots of other good stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? Got to be innovative out here.
Yeah. Now, but there are legal markets around the country, markets that have been decriminalized. So I'm assuming that there's a way, just say if you're in one state, can you do business distant? Can you set up shop? If I'm in Florida, can I set up
You
a
can apply
distribution
for a
system?
license.
Yeah.
You can apply for a license and if the state has an in-state rule, you just apply for it with somebody who lives in the state.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
Share your licensing.
Yeah.
People, which is why they say when you hear people say, oh, big pharma's coming in and buying things up, people that aren't even from here, or you've heard people say, oh, the Canadians came here, and you know what I'm saying, they're dipping in the rec market and grabbing things up. They're not from here. And if there's a rule that you need a resident, they got the money to buy a resident. Somebody's got a friend who you know in Portland Grove Farm. It's that simple. And now you plugged in, and now you're making offers, and there's deals, and now boom, Canada's in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like it moves really fast. Everybody is linking up, networking for the purpose of growing. And
I like that you said that. I like that you said that, and I kind of wanted you to stress the importance of networking and coalition building and building teams, build partnerships. You know, it doesn't always have to be one person, but a conglomerate of people doing things.
It would be smart. It would be smart for people to buy land. You got homies, I would get and buy land, because as things change, even when you look at COVID and what they could do with food, if they try to say you can't go in a store if you're not vaccinated, like if you and your homies got land, fuck the stove. You know what I'm saying?
We grow it.
Don't got shit. All y'all got is food stamp cards. What you gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Now you gotta go try and make friends with somebody, have them go to the store for you, whatever. Like, I don't know. People need to know how to take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? What I tell you, my favorite song is Survival Kid. Like
Survival Kid, KRS-One.
KRS-One, shout out. Big shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to know how to take care of yourself, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave yourself in the situation where you're gonna have to depend on somebody who don't even want you alive.
Yeah, the thing is building community, right? Building community. And if you don't have no community, you ain't really got nothing. If you can't depend on a network of folks for resources, barter, we team up, we get it together. If you always bickering and fighting and causing dissension and not wanting to really grow a team, then it's gonna be real rough for you in the very near future. Very, very rough for you. And the thing about back to cannabis is that this is something that's already a community thing. It's already a cultural norm of ours to share and indulge in that. So why not control this resource? Because that's what it is. It's a resource. We should control it. Man,
for sure.
yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, that's what the Madison TV platform is all about, by the way. Well, Madison, period, is that KRS One, back to him, told me in like 2012, he was like, dude, how come you ain't fucking with the weed? Like, because I was doing I'm back to teaching, activism, I'm in the community. That's how 24 Hours of Peace got. So the stigma, I didn't really, of course I got the record Madism everywhere I go, it's that. But I had to clean myself up, put a little jacket on, work with them kids, I can't be walking around,
smell like weed.
Even though, I was getting there, but Chris was like, yo, you need to be in California. Mad Lion is out there killing it. He got the 2 dispensaries. How come you're not doing the weed shit? So I'm like, all right, started thinking about it. 2015 was the 20th anniversary of Madism. So I'm gonna celebrate it. I did a song, Madism 2015 with Tretch, Do It All, Keith Murray. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna start a web magazine, Madism.info, launch that. Then I did another song, and then another song, and now I'm doing an album. And then I started doing Madism TV on Instagram, just going to different events where the weed was at, doing interviews. And now it's growing into something else. We just did the 25th anniversary in 2020. Dropped the album Madism, Who Want This Smoke. But this is about hip hop carving out the lane, because Madism is weed. Like, Madism is responsible for all this shit going on here. It's because of Madism, the Reds, the Meths, the Cypress Hills, the Snoops, of course. It was hip hop. So this is Madism staking its claim. And, I'm working on some other things and got some great things coming. It's all good and good. But it allows me to, create a platform and share my platform with people like yourself who are on the ground making it happen, and that's what this is all about at the end of the day.
That's what we got to keep doing, making it happen for the people. And that's what I do as well, is create platforms and allow people to get up there, speak, show off what their talents. You know what I'm saying? The convention, basically what a day at the convention looks like is education and panels, speakers during the first part of the day. And then the last part of the day is a music marathon, artists. And then we do comedy as well. So we have some comedians. So you get a full show. You get to get educated with people. Then you get to laugh with them, dance with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole day of fun. And then we, of course, always have an after party. And we do a party associated with the event called Meet the Plug, where it's a ticketed party, a separate ticketed party, but it's associated with it, where you actually get to come and meet people who can plug you into the cannabis industry or the music industry.
Nice. Nice.
So, and then we be having like some lawyers in there too, entertainment lawyers and stuff like that. So people can learn, how to be able to connect and how to make sure their contracts are right. And we drop all the jewels in there, you know what I'm saying, on both sides of things. And then people are allowed to mingle with the plugs and trade phone numbers or whatever, and get themselves plugged in directly,
That's dope. So we got to get you in Newark. We got to get you in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, one of the two, or both. And we got to get you in New York.
Yeah, I definitely, I love New York. I thought you was there. Y'all was gone. I was there for 2 weeks, living my best life in New York.
Yeah, when was this?
The end of August through the beginning of September. Man, I went. If you have you ate at Stone Pizza yet? I went. I ate there and slept for 2 days, bro. Oh God! I was like, what the hell they put in the food?
Stone Pizza. Where is this? Where's Stone Pizza?
There's a few of them. The one I went to is in East Village.
Okay.
The dude on Instagram, I'll send you his link.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll send you his link. It's Pizza Pusher on Instagram. But
okay.
yeah, it's cannabis infused food and it's good as hell.
Word.
And yeah, I'm gonna link you with him directly so you can just get the invite like I did because Jack Thriller put me on. My boy Jack, I was like, Jack, I'm in New York. Who I didn't fuck with? You know what I'm saying? And then he's texting me, you know what I'm saying, and put me in a little group chat on a cell phone or whatever with you know, the nigga that I feel like I don't want to mess his name up. I believe it's Chris. Is it skipping again? Okay.
Nah, you good. You good.
You was and me. So
now you said you ain't want to mess his name up. I'm like,
Pizza Pusher. Pizza
Pusher. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Put me on.
Get some friends in, and we had a really good time. The environment is dope as fuck. It's sick inside. It's nice. I know Lil Uzi, I believe, just he keep making pit stops up in there, but the celebs and stuff be going there. You got to go up in there, you know what I'm saying, and stomp and make your footprint in there and everything.
Yeah. Got to. It's a must. Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about the hot box.
It's like my favorite thing right now.
Let's talk about the hot bizzle. Man, oh man.
No, Mr. Green.
You know, so you know, let the people know what the hot box is. You know,
okay,
so from the stores.
The hot box is my own version of a cannabis consumption strip club. I've always just wanted to smoke a blunt at the strip club, and you can't do that. And so here in Portland, also, there's again not very many Black girls, and when the Black girls do try and go get jobs at the strip clubs, they're often turned down or given like really shitty hours, or like they're just treated super unfair. And so creating a space where women can come, body positivity, dance, have fun, you know, like we just kind of created our own space. And so we don't do things like a strip club. We do themed private events. Sorry, I have a teenager asking me questions. Leave me alone. Yeah. Trying to wear my shoes. It's cold. You know, I ain't gonna say no on camera. That's cold.
That sets you up. Perfect timing. Hey, Mom.
But
so private events.
Yeah, so we like the audience to be involved. Like tomorrow, I'm doing the hot box, and where's my dog over here? I'm doing the hot box, and go away. And the theme is ladies in red. So all my girls are gonna be in all red lipstick, glitter lipstick, like everything, red lights. You know, everything's gonna be red in the house, red LEDs. We do it in a residential space, so that way we can have more control over the rules.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice and private. We don't put the address out there. It's an invite only type thing. Or if people, or you know, like the flyer might be out there, but you have to like hit me up. Like I gotta know who you are. Like you didn't get the address unless it was from me or somebody that I really fuck with. So but yeah, ladies in red. And so the ladies that come too are gonna wear red. Everybody's wearing red. Everybody's gonna be wearing red. We've done neon parties where the hot girls will go around and like paint people, body paint people with neon paints. We did a BDSM party where like we get to be creative. So like instead of just having a pole every time, like that's boring. every time. So
Mm-hmm.
we had what they call the St. Andrew's cross, and like we put a girl like on this X and tied
Mm-hmm.
her up, and like the girls like
Oh, wow.
played
Yeah.
with each other and spanked each other, and we had like a dominatrix. My friend is a professional
Oh,
dominatrix.
oh, wow. Okay.
She like dominated. We put on it's a whole running show for the night. So
Thank you.
it's not just like random girls, everybody dancing everywhere. It's like introduction. We introduce them. They're coming out like this is their set. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they're allowed to be as creative as they want, which is different than a strip club. It's not even just about just getting naked. Like the girls are fun as
Mm-hmm.
hell.
Yeah.
They're entertaining
Nice.
and
Mm-hmm.
they get to do whatever they want. They
Yeah.
go
So
ham.
it's more theatrical. It's more. I mean, not to say it's a big
Yeah,
show,
it's a lot
but
of
they put a creativity. It's creativity going on.
yeah. Unless the girls is feeling naughty, then it's a lot of girl on girls today.
Okay, that's creative.
Yeah, you gotta go on to the hot box. You gotta go on to the
Yeah.
hot box and check it out. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
so
But
is that on? Is it,
it's
can they
live.
check it on? Can they check it on IG? Can they go to IG and check it? So
Yeah,
it's at
it's at HOTTBOX
BOX.
2021.
There you go.
Yeah, HOTTBOX 2021. Yep. And we knew on there, so we need the followers. We've only had like I've had like maybe 6 or 7 of them. I throw them sporadically. I just wanted to see if I could do it at first, and like
Mm.
we just kept going from there, and it's just been super fun. We had a fairy party. We had so many beautiful women running around in fairy wings,
Wow.
and then as
Okay.
the girls would spin down the pole, their wings were so cute. It's bomb. You got to come out for one.
Well,
You see a room full of butt naked girls with wings on. It's actually really cute.
yeah, I'll be there for the weed.
I'll probably do a hot box as an after party for the national convention. I feel like I kind of have to, and so that's probably
Yeah,
gonna happen.
I think the hot box would go over well in all the different places we named earlier, especially Miami. It's definitely a market for the hot box in Miami, boy. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's good to see you use cannabis in different ways. That's not it's not just the smoking part. It's the cultural part. It's the coming together part. It's the networking part. And sex and sexiness isn't always ads. So I give you the thumbs up on that one. Hot Box 2021, y'all hit that up. I want to go back up here and just repost that right there. East Fork Cultivator and We Grow LLC. Please contact this young lady directly. diversifyportland@gmail.com. And that's if you want to get some more intense information about what she's doing on the networking and helping people to grow their business, their cannabis business. And she also has Hot Box going, which is really, really dope. Really, really dope. And you're a mom.
My kids have been running back and forth as you see this.
It's awesome again because one being a businesswoman in the cannabis industry, raising a family through cannabis, and that's powerful. That's powerful in a lot of ways as a Black woman, So it's
Thank
good
you
to have
very
that.
much. My kids actually own the National Cannabis Convention. So at the front door, when you walk in, my daughters are the guest service managers, and so is my mom. And my brother. Yeah, everybody is in it. So the actual business that runs the national convention is called Diversify Portland, and that business is legally registered under my kids' names. So the kids actually own all the shit. I just run it until everybody is getting an understanding of how to run the actual business. And yeah, my son is 10, so he's like our social media person at parties, at the event. He'll run around with the live and keep it going on live and stuff. But like everybody has something to do. there.
That's nice. That's nice.
And
That's
I
nice.
can't wait to teach them more. Like
Yes,
I
of
could use more
course.
help.
Yeah, and it's like the transferable skills. The business skills that you learn in cannabis are transferable to other industries, other places.
I've got it to
So,
where their schools are not allowed to give them extra homework because they own Diversify Portland, and because of the work I give them, I've asked the teachers
mm,
for my 2 high school girls. One of them just
wow.
graduated, but before she graduated, and the one that's in now, their teachers know
Mhm,
they own a business. So I asked them to use it as applied learning and give them
mhm,
credit for it. So that way they're not stressed with the work they're doing at home and stressed with
mhm.
the work they're doing at school. Like I was like, I don't want to
That's
overload them. And they're
beautiful.
already ahead of a lot of the other high school students by owning 2 businesses, and they be having to
Beautiful.
travel and do things
Right.
like they don't have regular student lives. So like, please don't overload my.
Yeah. Yeah. See now, I got this thing right where people are so anti-government, right? People are so anti-government. I'm not anti-government, right? Because government at the end of the day is an extension or should be an extension of self, and self-government is the key. And what you just described for everybody is like the purest form of self-government where you're involved in your children's life. You talk to their school. That's local government right there. That's oh, you vote. You vote now. Do you go to your school board meetings? Do you go? Are you involved in your children's teacher, your homework? That's where the power is. And then you've expanded it by giving them business skills, like in real time, giving them their own business they have to grow and literally. Um, that's amazing. Like that's power. That is the power right there. And I hope everybody out there is paying attention, taking notes. If you're doing the same thing in your life, salute to you. But Miss Oregon is really set a powerful example, and we gotta share this example. That's powerful, sister. Salute to you. That's
Thank
dope.
you.
Having been a former teacher, to hear yeah, no, I talked to and I told them chill with the homework because we're doing over here with the businesses and that's power. That's power. Hmm.
Thank you. Just don't want to stress the kids out. And I'm
Mm.
just not big on. I feel like they need. They just don't. I don't want them to get burned out. Having too much work can
Yeah.
burn you out.
But,
And
they should have taught us, about taxes. They should have taught us about banking. They should have taught us about.
you can create your kid's school schedule with the counselor, so you can actually create your kid's schedule to be
Mm,
whatever
mm,
you want it to be. And so like picking classes that are aligning with their career path is also something that you can do, but you have to
mm,
sit down and do it. Otherwise they're just going to hand your kid whatever, and they're going to be stuck doing whatever is handed to them.
right.
But
And
yeah, you can make sure that their classes are going to be falling in line, and the school's not going to fight you on it. They're going to do it. It's just people don't ask.
wow.
They don't ask. So
It's amazing. Amazing. Salute to you. As she sparks the L. That's what I'm talking about.
you got me.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm about to spark one too. Let me tell you.
this
So
this smells like a drive.
when I first started teaching, I didn't smoke weed. I didn't start smoking weed till like probably my second year teaching, hanging out with some friends, whatever. Got caught on. Um, but by the time I was done teaching, I was all in, all in.
You
But
need a school. You need a
for the
school
kid,
teaching people how to
it,
sell weed.
it's coming.
That's-
Um,
You need a school teaching people how to sell weed, and let the state give
so,
you the grant money for it.
hmm yeah.
For real. I'll come teach
So
them how to bud 10.
one day I was in a tunnel. I don't know if you ever heard of the nightclub, the Tunnel in New York
No, I
City.
thought you meant a real tunnel just now.
Well, it actually is a real tunnel, but it's a nightclub in a tunnel. It's called the Tunnel,
Okay.
right?
That's where's that at?
It was in New York City during the 90s, early 2000s. It's one of the most legendary nightclubs in the world ever.
Sound like it. It was at a
Nah,
tunnel.
it was nah, this shit was crazy. I'm talking about unisex bathrooms in the 90s. It was
Oh, y'all in here.
it was
I don't see
nah, it was
nothing
all
wrong.
that's not a it's not a good one right now. too
That's it
too soon, too soon, it's too soon, too
Okay.
soon, it's too soon,
All
too
right.
soon. No, I'm joking.
Oh, wait. Till next week. I'll be back.
So I'm in the tunnel. I'm in the tunnel. I'm like this. I hear, Mr. Green, Mr. Green. I look over, it's one of my kids, one of my students. Spark Madison, Mr. Green, Spark Madison. It's crazy. But
That's funny.
It's a
They watching you every day, proud,
yeah, nah, it's great.
excited.
I did this event in Newark the week after 24 Hours of Peace. I brought KRS back to Newark to shoot a music video, and I did this thing called the Cipher. So I put a call out to the MCs in the area, and then one of my former students, a sister by the name of Molly, showed up. Now Molly right now she's in her 40s. I'm 52. She's in her 40s. Came in spitting hot bars, spitting fire. Chris was like, "Yo, what the?"
Hot fire.
Afterwards, I go, "Yo, Chris, I was her teacher." She goes, "Yeah, that's my Act Now teacher." Now, Act Now is an after-school program I started, African Children of Tomorrow Now. All about African. This is 1990, 91, 92. So that's how I met Chris, taking my students to go see him speak. So when she said Act Now, he was like, "Act Now!" Oh, shit. Like, it's
Brought
crazy.
back the old memories.
The whole cipher, 360.
That's crazy.
But it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's just madism. Life's crazy. Life's crazy. Life's a real movie. If you treat it as such, it's a movie, yo. And you're the star, Miss Oregon. No doubt.
Yeah. I don't even know what's going on right now, but I love it.
Nah, it's all good. We're gonna build, and we're gonna make some things happen. And that's what Madism is about. You know what I'm saying? Networking and put people on, and hopefully people can share love, and we can all come up together. That's what Madism is about. That's what we do. Did you freeze again? Yeah, you frozen.
Yeah.
Smile. Yeah, it was this big smile though.
Yeah. That's what it is. Damn, that's fucked up. Is it still frozen right now?
Nah, you good. You good. You back.
Oh, okay. I was like, is it still just a big head cheese? Am I just big cheese?
Right.
That's funny. Thank you so much for even having me.
Yep.
I want to learn as much as possible as I can about 24 Hours of Peace.
Yeah.
You already know I would, love to have you guys here. A city that we're losing a lot of people. We lost 8 people in the last 3 days.
Wow.
It's been crazy.
Yeah. Now, how far are you from? Is a story going around? I guess a couple weeks ago or last week, black dude complimented some white chick. White dude came out, shot him, murdered him.
And Bend. Yeah, and he's off on manslaughter too. He's home.
Somebody said, I posted it, and then somebody said, update, he's been rearrested. I don't know.
Oh, I want to fact check that.
I don't know.
They love white people out here that kill niggas, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll fact check that. That would be good. We've been having a lot of people fight lately. We was one of in the forefronts of them riots. Throughout all that, so we got a lot of. It wasn't black people out there marching. I'll tell you that, but we got a lot of privilege out there fighting for us, over here. So let's, what I'm saying? Sometimes it works.
Mm-hmm. Big shout out to them. Because,
we need all of that.
We need allies. I go back and forth with people about allies. it's always important to know who your allies are. That doesn't mean you're your friend. That doesn't mean that they don't have their own agenda. That means that you got to meet people
They
where they
definitely
are.
got
If you
agendas.
if you can meet people they are to push your agenda, you know, you may have to, you may not, but don't discount allyship, you know, to some degree.
My agenda with them is don't go home and put your cardboard sign away. Carry that motherfucker with you all day, like we got to carry our black with us all day. Make sure that you trying to that same change you going downtown. I'm gonna go to the riot. I get off work at 6. I'm gonna go home and get my cardboard sign, and I'm gonna go downtown. I'm gonna protest. Okay, well, what you gonna do the next day at work when you go back to work and you see they don't hire black people? You gonna protest to your boss?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want the other owners of the national convention? You might as well say hello.
Hi.
She's leaving.
Peace. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Kaya, they about to leave.
My last name Green too.
Her
Oh,
last
word?
name-
Yeah. I'm saying the Green's in the building.
Okay.
Bye. It's classic.
Peace, classic.
Hi.
Salute. How you doing?
She's 16 and 16 and 19.
Peace. Peace.
Send me a text, please. I love you guys. You're going to a football game. High school football is back. It's been over a year. It's been a couple years since there's.
Yeah. So what's the COVID situation out there right now? What's that about?
The schools is back open. Some of our restaurants don't let you in without proof of your vaccination or a negative COVID test. So they already started the exclusion stuff.
Mhm.
Kids are in school, got to wear masks.
Good.
That's it.
Man.
Let's see what else happened.
Yeah. I mean, when I say frontline, that area of the country where you at was like frontline for like a hot second with the, you know, through the pandemic, with the protests and you know, it was like bodies getting laid down left and right out there. Political climate right now is, you know, just want to know how it is out there. That's all. Get a feel. Yeah,
They still protesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still protesting. Like if you go downtown in the same little area where it's at, they still down there. So like, I think it's really funny in the media. They made it seem like our whole city was on fire, like all this stuff.
It was just one little area. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just in front of the courthouse. Like
Mhm.
it's not everywhere. But it's funny because literally, as I was saying that to one of my friends who had came from Atlanta to visit, I was like, "Oh, our city's not on fire everywhere." We literally turned to a corner and there was a mattress on fire in the middle of the street, and they were protesting. And I was like, "All right, I give up.
Yeah,
like maybe we is on fire everywhere. Fuck it, because we're not even my downtown. We in North Portland now. Like
Right.
the rioters had moved into the city and started going and breaking into the police stations and setting them on fire.
Whoa, yeah, it was real.
That's
out
why I
there,
said there's a lot of privilege to do that. Niggas ain't breaking in. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys went in there and successfully.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's amazing.
You
It's
set it on
amazing,
fire.
and right, and people ain't laid down like you.
They shadow banned me for putting that on. I shared the news article that said protesters have broken to police station and set on fire. I put a little a meme up with somebody hula hooping on top of the thing, and they blocked me on Instagram for a while for hula hooping on top of the protesters set the police station on fire.
Wow.
I was like, that my city was going ham though. It was. Then we had the Red House thing. It was just a lot.
And it's only 2% black, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's definitely the white people doing the all the stuff, all the breaking of the windows, all the it is them.
That's crazy.
For sure.
That's crazy. That's different. You know, because anywhere else, you know, it'll be. But that's not true. 'Cause even in Baltimore, as much as they said it was, you know, us, it was a lot of them.
Man, but if like say there's a clip like for the news, like during one of the riots, there was a clip of one black guy that got away with some phones from Apple when everybody was running there, mad people running into Apple grabbing stuff. They showed that clip. 15,000 goddamn times, boy. I'll tell you what, that one black dude, like that was the only black man at the riot. Like y'all make sure y'all got a clip of him, huh?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he wasn't the one that broke the window.
Nah, and you see all these other people, you just don't see that. You just, yeah, it's just the stigmatizing, the stereotyping, the constant program that black is bad. We the criminals, we the robbers, we this, we that. Same old, same old. And again, that's why so many people are locked up for weed right now, you know, and it's a shame. But it's racism is so intrinsic to American society. Yeah, that's just a whole nother conversation. It gets depressing. It gets depressing. But yes, Miss Oregon, thank you for being on our show. Appreciate you for coming on, sharing wisdom, you know, and giving folks a resource, a place that they can connect to get more information about this wonderful culture that's booming. And it's definitely not enough of us involved in it. So to see you pioneering this thing is a great thing. And we're going to connect and build. Do you have any last words you'd like to share with our audience before we break out?
Follow the National Cannabis Diversity Awareness Convention on Instagram. It's just at NCDAC. And definitely in the comments there is how to get a hold of me by email. So if you want to contact me directly, you can contact me by email. I definitely respond back, or you can contact me. I'm on my IG a lot and I do respond back as well. So you can contact me on there, and it's spelled right here on your screen with just the @ sign in front of it. So at MSS_Oregon. But yeah, holla at your girl. Oh yeah. If you coming to Portland and you looking to party, you looking for anything, get at me. For sure.
Yes, ma'am. So yeah, that's Madism TV, ladies and gentlemen, episode 32 with Miss Oregon. It's been great. We out of here, yo. Salute. Peace.